Rajiv, I'll let you know as soon as we are live.
Yeah.
We are live, Rajiv.
Okay. Good morning, all of you, and I hope that we continue our learning from the last session from Excel session one, which was very, very preliminary, which was understanding that what Excel can do and what Excel possibilities are. And so that particular thing, how we can implement in our whole daily life and how we can get benefited out of it. Today, we are going to be a little more enhanced features on enhanced, usage of Excel, where we will see that how we can use Excel for making our life simpler. How can we use Excel for making our decision much better, or how we can improve our working by using Excel. So that is what the whole purpose of today. Okay, let's really go into the topics what we are going to really work on today. First, we will talk about the validation and filters and grouping. So that's a feature of Excel. When you are entering data, so you need to have validation. That's what we will talk about. Second, we will talk about the introduction to formulas, functions in Excel, and this is the where the major work or a major benefit you will see in your productivity enhancement, and that is where we will go into that. Then we will talk about some small formulas, which is some percentages, etc., which is used daily, and if you can know this features or functions, that is going to help you to improve your productivity. Third, this is the complete input of yesterday, and it was not initially in our topics today, but we have included that after the inputs from various participants yesterday. First is Vlookup, HLOOKUP. That's a very, very important formula where you have multiple sheets or multiple places of your data, and you have to pull it all into one place. That is what the VLOOKUP is. Sorting is very, very important to understand the data. Pivot is very, very useful for understanding the whole database what we have. Then from a pivot we will talk about what if models, and to take a decision. I think this is one of the wonderful tools the Excel has, and the whole purpose of Excel actually gets enhanced when we understand how to model a particular set of data. And we will also see higher kind of formulas what we can write, and how we can improve our Excel skills to solve our problems. Next, we will work on the visualizing of data by how we can use Excel charts or graphs. So that is the whole content to today. We will go into that visualization part, and then lastly we will have one case study where we will have a practice session. So whatever we have learned, we will try to apply that. How it is being applied? How can we practice it? Because unless until practice all these things what we have learned, we will not be able to do it. And later on, after the course is done today, okay, first is that I will have this particular Excel case study sheets given to you. So it will be distributed all of you, so that you can practice this particular stuff at your own end, at your own places, so that you understand that how we can apply this whole thing to our own lifestyle. So with that, I will straightway go to the Excel sheets, and I will, before that, I will just touch base on whatever, just to recap what we have done yesterday. So what we have done yesterday is all this thing for those benefited people who have not attended yesterday, and this is for them. We introduced to the Excel. So how the Excel looks like. So it is a huge sheet, as I was telling you. It is 10 lakh rows. So it is, for example, going down to 10 lakhs, from 1 to 10 lakhs plus, and 16,000 rows. So it has got something 16,000 rows. If you can scroll back, there is 16,000 rows we have. It's a huge worksheet, and worksheet, and Excel has got multiple sheets. That, for example, one was topic, second was, so this is like a book. So you have got multiple sheets of thing. And then we have worked on interfaces. So what is this particular round figure is known as? It is called MS Office button. Then we have talked about quick toolbar. We have talked about tab bars. We have got talked about ribbon. So this is called ribbon. So every tab has got their own ribbon. So home has got this ribbon, insert has got this ribbon, and so on and so forth. And then work area. What is work area? Work area is where this whole sheet, the 10 lakh rows, and and 16,000 plus column. This is called work area. And then we have also talked about sheet tab. So this is called sheet tab. So when you change to one sheet to another sheet, so you have to go through the sheet tabs. Then we have talked about status bar. So this is called ready. So ready, enter, edit, and point. These are the very status bars in the Excel. Then we talked about that anywhere you need any help, okay, you can press S1 F1, and by that you can get so for example, if I just press F1, so I get an help over here, and I can so for example this whole, so I can type in anything over here and I can get my answers from Excel. This is what we have talked about. Then we talked about something called what are the kind of data types. We have got four types of data. One is we can enter text, we can enter number, we can enter date. So this is a date format what we have entered, and then we can enter the formulas. So this is what the whole purpose of to understand is that what kind of data we can enter, and this is what we have learned yesterday. Then we went that how we can do addition in Excel. So this is how we have added we have put the three numbers, and by writing this formula we have got this the way how can we write the formula in Excel. So this is what very, very important feature what we have got yesterday, that when you're putting this particular formula, show formula, you can see the formula, or you can trace the formula. So this is also very, very useful for people to write formulas. Same way we have done subtraction, we have done multiplication, we have done divide, and then we have practiced something yesterday. All of us participated to get this particular thing. So this is what we have done, and you will get this sheet today as a blank sheet. So I hope that you all practice this thing on your own thing, so that you can learn the things over there. And then we have also get some specific requirements from people. So we have talked about, discussed about that, but so we will take those things much deeper today. But as of now, if you have any questions, we can take it right now before we proceed for the today's session. Vishnu, any questions?
Please raise your hands if you have any questions.
Yeah, I think we should go forward to today's thing, because today's thing is going to be really exciting, and I am really excited to talk about today. So first I will go into the data validation. Now first, tell me what is this data validation is about. Where data validation is all about when you are entering data. Okay, so for example, in this case I have taken a particular example over here, where I have showed over here that this is the this is the name of all my people in the team. So these are the various people on the team, and I am entering the number of days of present. Now my management has said anybody who has attended the class from 10 to 26 days, okay, you should enter this as a list, and rest you should not enter in this. That's the decision what has been given. And I have actually trying to validate these numbers, okay, which is between 10 to 11. Now if I say it, say for example, if I put it over here as a 10, okay, so it is taking. So it is taking. Then I put it at 26, okay, it is taking. But if I try to put it at 6, okay, it is telling me no, it is wrong. It is not. It is the cell has been restricted to enter from 10 to 26. You can't enter 26, so you have to rule out. So it is telling the value you entered is not valid, and that is what is validation. So that is what is important, that when we are entering data, so we do mistakes, so that to restrict the mistakes, we are using this validation tool in our Excel file, because this is very important. Because I know in retail segment there are a lot of data what we have to punch. Now for example, if you know the minimum card value for any person is at least say 200 rupees. So you know that any sales cannot be less than 200 rupees. So if by mistake I want to enter 200, but if I enter 20, so that is going to be very, very useful for us to really take it. Now the point is how we really do that. So I am going to do that same thing, okay, for you. Okay, so let me just copy. So we have also done how to copy paste. So I am just copy pasting all the names and all the people, and I will just try to create that how we have tried to do it. So I am just coloring this sheet place over here, because this is, somebody was saying that how we can format it. So this is where you go to the home, and we actually fill this whole thing in yellow. Now here we want to understand how we can validate. So for validation, we have to go to data tab. So this is the data tab where we go to the validation, and in the here you can, in the here you can see the data validation. So we have to click that data validation. Once we click the data validation, it pops up in particular menu. So this is the menu we have, and there, if I say that whole number, I want to really, restrict the numbers entered over here, okay, as a whole number. So and then if I say that between, so I want to say minimum is 10. So I have said that minimum over here is 10 and maximum over here is 26. So this is my requirement. So I can say that, okay, anybody who is less than 15 days in a month, I don't want to, regard them. I maybe he's a temporary person for me. So anybody who is less than 15 days in a month attendance, I don't want to consider for a full-time employee. And 26 days maximum, because I give him 4 days of days off. So 15 to 26 days is my, range. And the moment I click that and I change this particular thing to 15 days. So because now I have, instead of that 15 days I have done. Now you see that if I enter over here 11, so it is telling me, no, you can't enter. In the previous sheet, you have seen that I was able to enter, 11. So for example, if I go to my old one, I can, if I say 11 over there, I can enter, because it was allowing that, because I have programmed it that my validation will start from 10 to 26. Now in the second thing, I have done 15 to 26. So if I enter 15, okay, it is taking, it is entering, it is, because I am allowed that, okay, it is between 15 to 26. And if I do 30 over here, it will not take it. It will, so sorry, it is, why it is taking. So some validation, just a sec, validation. So for example, if, oh, sorry, I have not, so it is not taking. So I have not applied the things in the second cell. So it is not there. So I have only applied in the first cell. So if I take it out, and if I validate on the whole thing, because last time I have just done the validation. So whole between 15 to 26, if I say okay, then whole of my things is applicable. So if I do 15 over here, that is fine. And if I do 30 over here, okay, it is telling me that restriction. So when I apply in the whole set of data that what is possible, what is not possible, so I can enter data in the validated end. Is that clear? Any questions?
Clear, sir.
Clear. Okay, so we will go to the next round of kind of thing, which is very useful for retail business. Okay, so a number of times we have to really make a lot of lists. So for example, a list of the, so for example, if you are talking about a roster, so when you are preparing roster, so which are the people who will come on the roster? So that is very important. And when you are talking about Excel, okay, you have to be absolutely perfect on the name spelling. So for Anmol, ANMOL, and if you put a double L, or if you miss O, that is going to be a different data for Excel. So it is not. So when I want to make sure that whatever I enter as a name, spelling name, it is absolutely from accurate, and every time it is accurate, okay, I need to really validate the list from that. And that is what I'm going to show over here, that how you can make that particular list. So I will just make another list of that. So here, so this is the, for example, range. I want to really make this whole list of people. Now for example, here when what I have to validate, so I have to validate the list name. So here, yesterday, last time I went to whole number, now I am going to list. Now the moment I ask a list, so this is saying which source. So I should have a specific source from where I want to list. Now here I will go to this place, because this is where I have all the names, okay, of my people which is correct validated spelling. So here I have picked up the whole list of people who are there, and then I say okay. And then when I'm trying to enter over here, okay, look at it. So here, for example, if I go over there, it is giving me whole list of names. So all the names are from that list, so I can pick it up from there. Raghav, so I have put it our Raghav, that the first name. Second, because all this is from my list, so I will not do any mistake. So any spelling mistake or any kind of mistakes will not be there. So I can keep on making that particular list, which is a validation. So it is I need not to really think about again and again that am I making that any correct in the spelling mistake. Because tell me, I mean is it a huge problem for you people to have in spelling mistakes or in a product name? Sometime we have a huge product code or product name. It is so difficult for us to really make sure that what is the correct one. Because if we make a mistake in entering a list or entering a data, okay, we will get a wrong report. And when we do the filtering, when we do the sorting or pivot table, so everywhere we need to have a proper data which is there. Is that very clear? Any questions? Can I go ahead? Okay, the next validation I want to say that, for example, when I'm entering date. Now this is very very important, because especially, for example, if I am entering date of a particular product. So in retail, lot of expiry dates are there. So I want to really make sure that whatever I have, okay, I should have a complete tab on the dates, what I'm entering. For example, if perishable items are there in my detail, so I have to be absolutely clear that the date should be absolutely correct. So I again select this whole thing. I go to the data validation. Yes. Any questions? Yeah. So validation, and then I choose that I want to validate on date. So when I go to the date and it says start date. So for example, if I say start date is, for example, if I put it that say for example 1st of October, okay, and on 2020. So that is my start date, and I want to enter something today. So for example, so 15th of October 2020. So this is the date range I want to enter. And now for example, I start entering, okay, 1st September 2020. So it is telling me, no, this is not correct date. So this is the wrong date. So you can't enter the product for that. So I have put it over here as 1st October to 15th of October. So my date range over here is 1st October to 15th October. So I want to enter, okay, 2nd October 2020. So that is fine with them, because that is where I have defined that my validation of date in this particular field is from 1st October to 15. And this is very very useful. I mean, especially when I'm talking about retail. Okay, most of the stores have a lot of date range. So for example, if you are selling food items, or if you are selling something perishable items, so that is very, even for example, medicines, you take it, or you take it any home products, they most of them has a expiry date, or date range. So we are this is very important. So for example, 28th October, it is saying no, you can't, because your date range is 15th October. So this is a very very important thing which I want to show you, that okay, when you are entering data, you have to be very very careful on date range. Is that very clear? Any questions? Is it useful? Say something.
Yes, sir. Yes, it was useful, sir. Nice, sir.
Nice. Okay. So I am just moving, because today's lecture is little detailed and little thing. I think validation is one of the very, very important thing which you should always inculcate in your working, because we do a lot of mistakes. And because we are always in pressure, because everybody asks the report which can take half an hour or 5 minute mein, give me in 5 minutes. And when we are really speeding our work, we have to be doubly sure that we are using correct validation tools which will not make us any mistakes. So that is where it is very very useful, and please implement in your working as fast as possible. And if you have any queries, please let us know so that we can help you in getting this particular thing done. Next topic, we would like to understand the filters. Now filter is basically, we are talking about a database. So now this is a database what we have, and in this database we have got this employee type. So in retail normally we have that old employee, and so definition can be in organization. So some people say that anybody who is at least 3 months old is a new employee, and anything which is more than 3 months is a old employee. So the definition can be different from different people. So this is the employee name and the days they are present. So this is the number of days they are present in the thing, and what kind of shift they are doing. Okay, what shop they are. For example, there's a lifestyle shop, there's a grocery shop, there is a home care shop. So these shops, and every person, okay, this is the kind of sales value they have achieved in the thing, and this is their per day sales. So for example, if I say that the total sales they have done, and 18 days they have done, so this is basically your just to show this particular thing. So this is basically the division formula I have used it. So I can show it to you that, okay, this is sales divided by number of days is a per day sale, what has been written. Now as I was saying, that what makes us learn is the questions. Now I have got a set of questions for filtering. Now, who all are in the morning shift? Now, if I have to understand that from this whole list who are in the morning shift, then I will go. So first and foremost thing, let me show you that how you can actually make the filter. So let me just remove the filter first and then show it to you. Just a sec. Okay. So this is the database. So first is that I have to use filter. So for using filter, I have to go to the home tab, and I will go over there, sort and filter tab, and click on this one which is called filter. And sorry, so undo. So I have to select this row, and then I will have to go to the filter, and it will now apply the filter on this whole database. So as I was talking, that this is the columns we have. So this is column B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So this is all the name. So employee types, employee name, days present, shift. These are the headings of this particular database, which are the columns of over here. And this has got rows. So for the how many rows we have got? Some 28 rows are there, okay, in this whole database. Now in this whole database, if I want to see that who are the people who are in the morning shift, so I will go to this I will go to this tab over there which is next to the shift, and click that, and it will give me all, or evening or morning. So I want only the morning to be shown to me. So I click the morning, and I click that. So I get the list, the people who are there in the morning only. So Anil, Ragini, Sunil, Anmon, so Shubham, Sagar and Sunita, they are the people who are working in my. So I get to know that who are the people who are there in the morning. Then I want to see that among these people who are in the morning, who are the people who are old. So the people who are actually leading this whole teams. So I can know that, okay, these people are in the leadership of Anil and Shubham. So Anil and Shubham are actually driving this morning show. Now this is how I get to know about this particular thing. Now once my question is understood, I go to the filter, and then I clear it. So when I apply clear, so all the filters what I've applied are gone. Now next question is, who all have the sales less than 1,50,000. Now these are the sales people. For that, I want to see that the people who have clocked less than 1,50,000. So I go to the monthly sale. So this is like a tab called monthly sales in rupees. I go over there. There is a click. I click over there, and then I say that all these people are having sales. So now I have to say that what are the people who are less than 1 lakh sales. So I go to the number filter, and I say less than, and what is my number? 1,50,000. So when I click onto that is less than 1,50,000, and I click over there, all the people who are less than 1,50,000 is my results. So I easily get to know that all these people are less than 1,50,000 sales, and for them I can really do a lot of training or mentoring or kind of more focus, so that they can be more productive. So I get to know this particular answer, because important is that I should have a question and that can be answered through this particular query. Then next, I again go over there and I clear my inter thing. The next question is that who all were present less than 20 days. Now here I want to see that who are disciplined, who are not disciplined. So I expect anybody who is coming to my shop which is less than 20 days are problematic people. So I want to really take care of them. Again, I go to the dates present and I again do the same thing, that anybody who is less than 20 days. So I say 20 days. So 20 less than 20. I click over there, I get to know that these are the three people, okay, are who are coming little regular. I can understand that what is the issue over there. I can take appropriate action and get their productivity or the impact high in my store. Again, I go to the filter, I clear it. My next question is who all is the, so have you understood how we are using the filter? Any questions over there? So as more and more questions are there, we can answer through our filter features. Any questions on that?
Rajiv, Amit has a question.
Yeah, please.
Amit, you can speak.
Yes, sir. I'm asking, sir, if you want to we want to reach a filter section, we can also press Control Shift Tab.
No, I
So
am
it's the
just,
same thing or different thing?
no. I'm
I'm just
try
asking.
to understand the where filter is used in our business.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I want to, if you want to say that if we want to reach a filter section, then we can also press Control Shift Tab.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. There are multiple ways to do a function, and everything is available in your help function. The moment you put it to help F1, it will give you. And even if you are not being able to, you go to Google Sheet. The point is Google can give you 100 of options, no problem. But point is that important for us today is to really understand how we can apply these features to our own working area, so that we can be more productive. Important, yesterday I was explaining that it is important for us to understand the effectivity of a feature than the efficiency. What you're talking about efficiency, yeah, I agree with you. There are a lot of ways to do the same thing, but point is that how we can use these things in our day-to-day work, how we can really make our things better, how can we productive. Because if you say that I want to run a marathon. Now maybe first time you run marathon, you take 12 hours, and then as you learn more, learn better, you can reduce your time. And that's the same thing we can use for our, let's learn how we can apply these features to our business. Right, Amit?
Right, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for participation. So I will go ahead and do the next is my group. Now group is a very very important features, and I will show more of his thing, but let's understand how we create group or ungroup that particular thing. So this is the features. For example, if that database is there, I want to say that I am not interested in shift or the floor. I am just interested in sales and the number of sales. So that is the focus, so I can hide it. But if the grouping is basically to hide or unhide. Now the moment I hidden this, my data has become little visible, more visible, and more kind of thing. So that is what the whole features of the group. So it is now better, much better for me to really look at the data or understand or focus to the data which actually matters. So I want to see that what are the type of people, what are the name of the people, who, how many days they were present, how many sales they have clocked, what is the number. So this is what I am not interested, whether they are in the morning shift or evening shift, or they are in which shop. So I want to just focus on that, and that is where the group is being used. So I will now show you how the group is being done. So for this, first learn how to really ungroup it. So for this, I have selected the whole sheet. So by how you select the whole sheet, you go to this particular A and 1 beside that there's a box, and go to the data sheet, and then you say ungroup. So the moment you say ungroup, it is saying row or column. So I know, so this is on the column I have applied. So I click to column and I say, okay, so that goes off, right? Now I want to really apply group over there. How can I do? So I don't want the shift and the floor and the shop. So I selected these two columns, and then I go to the group. And if I go to the group, I actually, put it on the group, and they say that, okay, group it by column. So I want these columns to be hidden. So I click it over here. So that actually the group is created. So if I click the minus, so it will reduce it. So that is not visible. So and again, I want to see it. I just open it. I click the plus sign, and it opens it. So minus is, to really close it, and plus is to open it. That's how we use the group. So the same thing can be done by hide and hide. But I mean, just to come to that point, so same function can be done by hide and hide. But we have multiple options, whatever suits us, whatever benefits us, and that is what we will have to implement in our own day-to-day life. This is what I have shown as a group for columns. The same thing we can do it for the rows also. For example, if I want that these two people, I want to group it. So I want to group it. So for example, if I have to group it, so I will try to group it. And this time I am actually asking for an row. So this has given me the row group. So if I do minus, so all these first things, so after 5 I can see 9 only. So if I put it plus sign, so 6, 7, 8 is open. So this is how I use my group. Any questions on this?
Clear, sir, clear.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, sir. Let me just go ahead. So we yesterday we have touched base on copy paste, and copy paste, cut copy paste is a very, very important formula, and I know that all of you know it, and I will not take much of time. So obviously we have learned this is the number of days, and this is the basic salary per day, and this is the total salary what we will have it, and this is how it is the multiplication kind of thing. Now, for example, if I want to first let's understand cut. What is cut? Now cut is that I want an the totals coming in the column 12 to 13. So I just select this whole column, and I say I will go to the home and cut this particular thing, and I want this results to come into row 13. So I over there go and paste it. So what is doing it is keeping the same formula. Now, if you really see, the formula is absolutely not disturbed. So this is not disturbed. Any formula has not been disturbed. Only the cells where the formula was written previously, it has shifted to my desired place. Now, for example, if I want to really put it from here, so if I want to cut it over there, so I can do the same thing from Control X. And if I do it Control X, and if I do it Control V, okay, so the whole position has changed. Now, if you see, my formula has not disturbed. My formula is same exactly what I was written. So this is the usefulness of cut in the Excel. So if you have written a formula, or if you have written any text or anything, if you want to really change the place of that particular cell without disturbing the arrangement of formulas or arrangement of the structure, then you can use the cut formula. Now, this is what was the usefulness of cut feature, and then I will say that, okay, what is the feature of copy formula? Let's understand I will again place it to the same place where it was. Now, if I say that I want to copy this whole thing, now I will do I go to the place called copy. I from home I copy it, and I want this whole thing to come into the cell 14. Now, if you say, if I go over there and paste it, so what is going to happen is that you see the purpose of this particular formula has gone. It is wrong, because I wanted to have the addition from 5 to 11. So now this formula is from 7 to 13. So it has taken the wrong formula. This is what I didn't want it to happen. So this is, I have gone wrong. So this is what you have to understand. The cut is that when you are actually selecting the portion and cutting and putting into a different place, it doesn't disturb a formula. But in the copy, if it is wrongly done, it will disturb the formula. So you have to be very careful on writing this particular song. So in this particular place, what we have gone absolutely wrong in writing the formula. So I don't want to write this particular thing. So where the copy is used, so what the copy is used is that now here I want to have a multiplication of 17 into 515. Now I have already got this particular cell. This is multiplying C11 to D11. Now if I just go over there and copy this particular formula and put it over here. Now if I paste it over there, will it work? I think it works, because if you see the formula over there, that yes, it is multiplication of 17 and 550, and this is where the copy actually works in. Now yesterday one of my friends said that I can drag it. Yes, I can. So another way of copying the formula is to really drag. When you drag this thing, because whole of the sheet, I want this whole thing to be so this copy formula is being done through my dragging. So how I drag it? When I go over there, there's a plus sign, and when I drag it to the bottom, okay, it actually copies the whole formula. So this is how I actually do the copy paste. I think it is very, and we are using it on a day-to-day basis. Any questions on this? No questions? I think this is a very simple thing, but everybody, if we are all using it, it is a thing. So I can go ahead on my other things. Now we will come to the formula. Now yesterday we have learned the formulas. Now what we have learned is, for example, if I want to add all the things in this particular row, so one of the formula is addition. So if you really see, I have written an addition formula over there. Okay, I will just make it a little bigger so that you can understand. So here if you see, the whole formula is plus. So that is what I have kept on doing it as a formula, that d plus this. But this is very time consuming, and this is very tedious work, and also prone to mistakes, because if you leave one cell, then your formula is going to be it's not going to be right. So similarly, for writing this formula, okay, I have done a lot of efforts. So this is the effort, but this is correct. This is not wrong. Now how can this is what we are calling in Excel is the formula. Now I have used it over here also, that I kept on adding all the cells over there and get the particular results. This is the correct way. Now how we can really make our life simpler, better. So this is what I have done it, the same thing, same result. I have tried to write in formula or function. Now function, when I saying it, I have really used the word called sum. Now sum is doing the same output of addition, but it will actually working from an function things. The function arrangement is for sum, and it is summing all the cells which are from D6 to D25. So it is saying that I have added all these cells, and that is what I have given. So it becomes very simple. Now if I write the cell sum formula over here, I just go to the FX and I choose the sum. So if I go to the all, and if I say S over there, and I search for the sum over here, okay, so oh, this is not the one. So if I say equal to SUM, and then I add over there, so I go to the cell from where I have to sum it, and then I select the whole thing, and this is how I write the sum formula. So this is very easy, because instead of if you're having a row of 5,000 or 10,000, and if you want to sum the whole column, so it is a very simple thing what we can apply and fasten our whole thing. So addition will also work, and sum will also work, because it is the facility what the function or what Excel gives it to fasten your work on a regular basis. Same way I have used sum over here, and I have used the sum over here also, so that all our work can be faster done over there. Next, what I wanted to say is the average. Now, what is my question is that what is the average number of days people are attending? So for that, I have used the average function. Now, what is the average function? It is saying the average of number D6 to D25. So all these people who have attended, I will say on average, what is the number of days people are attending? So when I write the formula average start and D6, D25, it gives me average function. And it is giving me that, okay, it is telling me 23 days are the people who on average are attending my, my shop. Now here, for example, if there is a huge database, I want to count how many entries are there. So this is where I have used the count function. So what is count function? It is counting. So you can read over there, count the number of cells in the range that contains the number. And this is a very, very important that when you are using a function, you will get the definition of that function. And if suits you, then you can apply it. Now, if you see that in the sum function also, I have got the definition. It is saying adds all the number in the range of the cell. So when you say that, okay, this is a number one to all these numbers are being getting added. So then you apply this particular function so that you can get this. When I'm looking at the count, it is telling me count of the number of the cells in the range that contains the number. So you can read that function and then you apply it and you then validate the correctness of this particular function. Is that very clear? Any questions? Any questions as of now? Everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else has got any questions? Any hands raised? Please raise your hand and then we can speak. Because after that we will go to the Vlookup, and once we get to the Vlookup, that is going to be very, very intense session. Is all right? I can go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Vishnu, is that anybody raised hand?
No, Rajiv, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So next thing is Vlookup. Now Vlookup is the one of the very, very important kind of thing what we have in our thing. And one of my friends said that HLookup also. But in industry, in our day-to-day work, Vlookup is what is used very, very often. And because why I tell you, because Vlookup, because if you really see in Excel, we have got some 10 lakh columns. So normally our data is kept from the up to down, not on the left to right. So that's why the Vlookup is very important. So when we are applying Vlookup, that is when we are actually working on a database which is from up to down. So in a vertical shape, V means the vertical and H means the horizontal. So this is the way of how you can actually represent the data in a vertical shape. And when if you go to the right, I have got the same data on a horizontal shape. This is the horizontal shape and that is a vertical shape. So this is how I will actually try to do the data. Now what is the purpose is that we want to really calculate salaries. Now how the salaries are calculated? Okay, so for salary calculation, I need to have the name of the person. I need to have the basic salary. So what is the salary I am supposed to disburse for that? And for the salary calculation, I need to have the number of days attendance. Now this number of days attendance is what I have to get it from where. Now I have got, for example, this particular cell. Okay, I have got the number of days of attendance. So if you see this, okay, the number of days of attendance are there. So name of the people are there, attendance of there. Now one way is that I read the name of a person and know the number of days and punch it over here. So for example, I put it Anil, where is Anil? It will take a lot of time for me, and I put it as 18 over there. Now this is going to really reading every item is going to really take a lot of time, because the sequence of the people in this sheet is different from what we have in our salary sheet, because the sequence is not so it is going to take a lot of time. So I want to really do it with the VLOOKUP. Now how I do it with the VLOOKUP, how do I get the actual data, the very correct data, and in the very fastest time from my other place to this place. So this is what the whole VLOOKUP is going to help us to get it done. Now let's see what is the formula for VLOOKUP. Now I have already written in one cell. So what actually this VLOOKUP is saying? So VLOOKUP is talking about lookup what? So lookup value C8. I have written it C8. What is C8? Now C8 is nothing but the name of the person, employee name. So I want to look up for the name of the person. So that is what I have defined, that I want to know the name of the person, which is Amita. Okay, Amita is the name of the person I want to look up. Then it is asking the second question. What is the second question? Table array. So from where you want to look at that? Now there the data is there in my function C5 to D25. Now if I go to the function sheet, now function sheet it is basically, if you see some C, so C is the column of the name, and C is the column of the name, and D is the column of the name, which is basically having the data of the present days. So this is the two columns which are there in my database, which is there in the function. And then I am asking column index number. So which is the number of columns what you have defined the table array, which is the column number that you want to really take it for your data. So it is, I know that first column is the name of the employee, second is the days present. So I put it I want the days present, which is the number 2 column over there, and this is where the range value, this is false, which is standard for us. And when I tick okay, so this is giving me an a VLOOKUP. So I will write the VLOOKUP again. So for VLOOKUP, I will, how do I write it? So I go to the function, and then I will select so there is a thing most recently used. So when I say most recently, I can see the function VLOOKUP over there. I click over there and I say okay over that. So first thing what I have to answer is what I have to look up. I have to look up for this. And then what is the array, what is the table? So I will go to the function and I will select the array. So this is the array I am selecting. So I am selecting this whole thing up to the last name of the person. And so I have selected the function C5 to D25, and then I am saying that what is the number of column. So I know that it is there in the second column, and then here I say 0, and this is basically a standard thing which is called false, and then it is okay. And when I'm putting this particular thing, okay, it is giving me 26. Now let's check up that Amita has attended for 26 days or not. Where is Amita? So how can we do it? How we can do it from the filter function. So if I use the filter function over here and I look for Amita over there, where is Amita? Okay, so I say that, okay, give me only Amita. Okay, I can see Amita has attended for 26 days, and this sheet also is 26 days, means my my function is absolutely correct, and the data which has been fixed very fast, and by writing this formula. Now how I can repeat the same thing in my whole column? Now if I do just kind of thing, okay, so next column, so it is giving me 26 again. Now is it Anmol also 26? Can I just check it? So I go to this particular filter again, and I go to this Anmol again, and it is telling me 26. Yes, it is correct. But is my formula written over is correct? Now, if I try to understand this formula, I will go to the trace pattern, and it is saying that, okay, Anmol is the correct name. It has been taken. It is correct. Now, if I have to really see the second part of my formula, which is in some other sheet, so it is saying C6 to C26. Now, if I go over there, is it correct? If I take out this filter over here, it is telling me no, it is not correct. It is the, so here it has taken C6 to C26. Now it is incorrect because my data is starting from C5 and it is ending at C25. So there is something wrong which has happened. So what wrong has happened? When I have copied the from here on there, it has changed the cell reference, and that is not acceptable to me. So I have to say, no, this is wrong formula. I have to write a correct formula. Now, how can I make sure that this C5 and D25 does not change in the next cells? Because I want to keep it absolutely same formula. For that, I have to use I have to fix the sales, and that is can be done by a dollar formula. So I have to use the dollar, a lot of dollar sign over there. So how can I use dollar sign? I do shift and then dollar, and then I put the shift and dollar sign, which is above 4 as there over there. And then I keep on applying the dollar sign over there. And then I copy it to the next cell. Then it is absolutely fine formula. It has not changed to 6, it has not changed to 26, it has remained 5 and 25. And that's when I copy the whole formula to the whole list, it is absolutely great formula. Now, this particular copy paste, what I've done in 1 second, the same thing would have taken me at least half an hour time. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Very helpful, sir. Very helpful.
Very helpful.
I like it.
Because it is so helpful. I have seen people 3 days job getting done in half an hour. So that was the kind of benefit. I mean, if you learn VLOOKUP, that is going to be, and I know retail is all about databases. You have multiple data requirement, data places, multiple sheets, multiple departments, and all as a retail person, we have to collate various data, inventory data to sales data to employee data to incentive data to customer data. So there are multiple files being maintained by various people, and when you have to really collate all this data to get a meaningful output, this is one of the very useful thing. And then if I want to really say the salary, okay, so salary is now very simple thing. So I know this is the basic thing, okay, and number of days is 26, maximum days is 27, 26. So I can know that, okay, this is the total salary bill for me. So this is an 1 minute job by doing the multiplication formula over here. So I know in 1 second what is the kind of salary I have to do. So I have to just go over there and sum it. So from where I can sum it? In the toolbar. So this is in the home, I have Autosum. So the moment I click this Autosum and I enter it, I need not to write this formula also. That's faster. Correct? So in a very fast manner, I have got the data of attendance from some other sheet, some other place, and I have calculated the salary with the very uses of the formula. So this is the usage of VLOOKUP. Now coming to HLOOKUP, similar thing, but it is only horizontal. So the syntax for HLOOKUP is HLOOKUP, and then obviously, okay, when I look at the whole, this one, formula, so it is showing me that this is what Amita has been written horizontally, and if you see the formula, same thing, and function, so it is going to T to AN. T to AN is not just I have written the whole thing in an horizontal form. So instead of vertical form, okay, you can see this is written in a horizontal form, and there also the second row was the second row what I wanted to row, and then 0. So there is hardly any difference between HLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, but the only thing is that when the orientation of the database is vertical, we use VLOOKUP, and when the orientation of the data is horizontal, we use HLOOKUP, and that's what we get the same difference, same results. Is that very clear? Any questions? Because this is very important for us to understand, and this is like in retail sector, this is very useful on a day-to-day basis. Any questions?
Rajiv, Blessy has a question.
Yes, Blessy.
Blessy, you can unmute and speak.
Good morning, and I'm sure that you are going to be humongously helpful today.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Very interesting session going on. I had one question, sir, with regards to VLOOKUP, and that is now in the employee name, if there are two employees with the same name, the same spelling, then how do we check the
I think
right source after
I think there is some problem with the audio. I'm not being able to listen.
my question, sir, is it audible now?
Yeah. It's
Hello.
better. Yeah. Tell me.
So my question is, we have done the VLOOKUP based on employee name.
Yes.
And what if there are two employees with the same name
Yes.
or the same spelling,
Yes,
like
absolutely. So
Anmol?
that is the reason why we employee name is a numeric name, alphanumeric name. Because you can have unmol, three unmols in your shop, but three unmols when we do it in an employee code. So A001, A002, A003, this mistake will not come. And if you in your HR rules, you have employee code which is unique given to everybody. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And
So, so then the suggestion that you're making is that we look for a unique identification and
absolutely.
do the look up
Yes.
on that
Yes.
element.
Yes. What will happen is,
Okay.
I will show you. So, for example, what happens if you have three unmols
Yes.
and three different days of present? So, what will
Hmm.
happen is the first unmol present day will be applicable to all the three, because data will first look up to the unmol and the days, and it will pick up and give it to you. So, that is going to be
Hmm.
wrong. That is going to be wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you
Thank you,
should
sir.
have always a unique thing, and this is a typical problem of retail. We have to, as much as whether it is a product, whether it is a employee or any kind of thing, we have to have the code systems which will actually give the right kind of databases.
And another question, sir, is that if does what do you call it, the data that we want to pick up. Now,
You are
this is
not.
monthly salary that we are looking, or the days present. Hello?
Yes.
Ha. We are looking at days present, and we are picking it up from another sheet. So does
Yes.
this day present have to be on the right hand side of the unique identification,
Yeah,
or
yeah, 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 yeah. It works. Yes. Yeah. It has to be, because in the left hand side, normally it is right hand side only.
okay, okay, sir. These two clarifications I had. Thank you.
But the point is that you can also teach me. If you find a way to mook it on the left, let me know.
Sure, sure. Just wanted to clarify, sir,
No,
whether
no,
it
no,
has to be
no,
on
no,
the right
no,
hand
no,
side
no.
only.
Blessing, the point is that we should be, because somebody has said that we are stuck, and
Hmm.
somebody wants to say that I will do something better, and that's why we grow. Because
The reason,
if we
the
are
reason,
stuck
huh,
to our study today, whatever is
yes.
known to me, and if I'm not open to learning, that
Hmm.
is the biggest problem for me.
So the reason why I asked is because when we create a database itself, we have to ensure that the unique, unique identification, or the one on which we are doing the VLOOKUP has to be on the extreme,
So
left side,
instead
and
of
then all the values
instead
that
of
have to be
discussing,
picked up.
let's try it out.
Yes, sir.
Let's try it out. So I am trying to write that. Okay, the first is that we look up Amita, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
I have tried to do a function which is like there, here, these thing. Okay, and then I say that column 2,
Hmm.
and then I say Sue 0, and I say it works.
Okay.
It works. Though I have not, though I'm comfortable using on the right hand side only, but I have showed you this works on 26 in the left side also.
So this is where you're putting the formula. My question was, when you're picking up the data from your master sheet,
Huh?
that now suppose we are looking at the days present for Amita. in your master sheet, your reference sheet where you're picking up the data from, this data which you're saying days present has to be on the right hand
Ah, that has
right
to be,
column.
yes, yes.
Ha,
Because
that is my
I
question.
I tell you, because why, you should understand why. Now,
Ha,
I am saying here I am defining the column number.
yes.
You can't define a column number minus.
Ah, that is what I wanted to
That
clarify,
is the
sir.
reason. Oh, okay.
Ha,
Sorry, I
that
didn't
is,
get your question.
yes, that is what I wanted to clarify.
That's okay.
Yes, sir. We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
proceed.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so next is sorting and formatting. Now this is what I think Blessy, you had the question. I will again do it. So I have got a database over here, and
Yes,
in
sir.
this database, so for example, first thing in the sorting is I have to select this whole database. So I have selected the whole database and I go to the sort and I actually customize my sort. So I have to have the questions very, very clearly. I have to have the question what I need to see. So here, when I say that I want to sort, say simple A to Z. Now, what will happen to A to Z? Now, A to Z happens is that it will take the first column and it will actually sort on that particular thing. So A to Z. It is on the first column, it is sorted me, n comes before o, so that is how it has sorted me. Now if I say that I want to say sort z to a, z to a is the first column, and then the z to a, so the later text to newer text, that's how it is sorting. Now I want a little smarter way to sort. So for smarter way to, so I have to go to the custom sorting. Now here I said that I want to know the people who are having the highest sales, the best guys of my thing. So for that I have to go that I want to really see that which is the top seller guy of my car. And then I say that okay, who are the people who are new over here. So for example, the best sales, and then I say that okay, within that, okay, the employee type who are old or new. So for example, I want to say newer people over there. Okay, A to Z. So obviously new n comes before o. So and then the third thing what I say that okay, it is evening shift or not. So when I have given three kind of levels, and then and then it actually gives me the answer. So the highest sales, the first is the whole data is sorted on the highest sales. Now, because I don't have other two things within the highest sales, so it is not giving me. Now, if I say that okay, so for example, 2,21,000 is done by say for example this morning. So for example, old this one also. Okay, and if I say okay, this these three people have done, and if I do the same thing again, I say okay, and highest sales, and then I see that it is sorting in the first they have sorted the sales, and then all of them are old, and then they are actually sorted on the shorts. So this is how we actually help and getting the sorting done in our Excel. Is that clear? Any questions?
No, sir, understood completely.
Yeah.
And this is really helpful.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
second, I think very important for us is the formatting. Now,
Hmm.
formatting, we have got two types of formatting. Now, if you see, this whole database is not formatted. So one is the fixed kind of formatting. So for example, I can go over here, okay, and make over here as borders. So I need borders. So for example, if I need all borders, so everything is now little better, beautiful look formatted. Now, for example, the headers, if I want to go over there as a headers and I want to really make it as an, a little colorful. So I love this particular thing, and I want that this is to be in the blue coming. So, and if I want the font size to be little 14, so I can look better looking. So it is like, making and makeup on your Excel sheets. Right. So these are the various kind of things you can find in the home sheet where you can do a lot of makeup on your look and feel. Now, important for us that how we can really make a conditional formatting. Now that's very important for us to understand that how can we now, if I example see so many sales, now how do I take the call that okay, so for example, if I again sort this thing into say you can say say on customs and I take it out. Employee names. Now, if I say it on employee names that, this is the name sequence, and I want to see that who are the top guys sales and who are not the top guys sales. Now, for example, for that, I want to really highlight the thing. So this conditional formatting is helpful for highlighting what I need to see. Now, for example, if I want to see greater than, so anybody who is greater than, say, for example, say 1,50,000. Anybody who is more than 1,50,000, I want to get them highlighted. And the moment I look at, it gets highlighted to all the people who are more than 1,50,000. That's very important. Now, if I for example I want to see that okay, who are and if I want to different color. Now, for example, if I want to see that more than, so there should be green. So I can see it in the green. Okay, so this is where the conditional formatting happens. Now here, if I want to see over here, okay, shift and shift. Now, for example, if I want to see that people who are say for example equals to. So I want to say equals to say morning. So when I see that, I can visibly see that who are the people. I need not to really strain my eyes. I can easily see that the highlighted one are the people who are actually, morning or evening. Now, for example, the moment I change this to evening, so if I do it to evening, the color goes. This is not static. This is basically based on your condition, what you have given to highlight it. Is it going to make sense? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
This is very useful because when we are issuing our reports or when we are doing our own analysis also, because when there's a humongous data to highlight what we are looking forward to, it is making a lot of sense for it. And I personally have used conditional formatting humongously in my works. So can we go ahead?
Sure,
Okay.
sir.
The next one is pivot, which is I think the hottest topic today. Okay, and I'm really thankful to Vishwanath. Vishwanath, are you there today?
No, Vishwanath is not. Vishwanath is not joined.
No problem. We should all thankful to Vishwanath for telling us that we should do this this pivot thing. So what is this pivot? Pivot is an database from where we get the desired reports. So basically, the kind of so when there is a huge database, now what we are looking at, what we want to find, so the whole pivot is to really give answers to that in a quickest form of time. Now, for pivot, first and foremost thing is that we have to select the database which is going to give us pivot table. Now here, one very important thing you can see in the whole database. So what we call it as database, when there is no gap between column or rows, because that is what Excel reads as a database. So we have to select a database where there is no gap. If, for example, if I put a gap over here, okay, so this is no more a database, because if I now select it, okay, it will select this only, and this will be left out. So we cannot have a blank column over there, or we cannot have a blank row over there. So that is what the database, we have to be careful. And once we have created a database, then we select the whole database. Now, after selecting database, we have to go to the insert. Now, in the insert, you have the left button, which is called pivot table. Now you have to click the pivot table, and we want a pivot table. Now, when you click the pivot table, it is saying that this is the table what you have selected, and that is highlighted. Yes, we have selected the B5 to M25. So M25 is my last row of the database, and B5 is the beginning point of the database. Then it is asking me choose where you want to put the table to be placed. Now you have two options. Do you want to create a new sheet, or you want to have an existing sheet? The choice is yours. So if you should do it to the new sheet, so if you click over here, so what will happen is it will automatically open a new sheet and give the layout of the pivot table. This is what will happen. Now for simplicity, I don't want to do that. I want to really go into the same sheet. So I want to really make it in the same sheet. So for example, I again go over there, insert, and I do pivot table, and I choose that I want in existing, so that I can see what is happening over there. The moment you say the same sheet, it is asking you which location. So I see that, okay, O column is vacant. So I said O3, O5, O5 may, I need the output to be there. So the moment you have that, so you can see that O5 in the same sheet, it has created a layout of that. So this is what important for us to really understand, that how we can create a pivot layout. And then the next phase is to really design the pivot table. So how can you design the pivot table? You click on the pivot table. It is giving you all the fields. So what are the fields? So these are all the columns. So all the columns are the field number. So there, for example, in the field employee type, you have the old and new, and in the employee name, you have the name of the people, present days, and shift slot. So these are the various the header of the thing which is being given as an option. Now I want to see that what is the sale which has come to me in the month of this current month. So I just take that particular thing, because I know this is value, and here I have four things. One is report filter, another is column level, another is row level, and value. So I want to see that what is the sales for the month. So here I will straightway see that the sales for the month over here is 31,67,120. Now if I go over there and use my sum formula. So where is the sum formula? Sum formula is Autosum, and if I Autosum it and if I enter it, I will find it is actually 31,667,120. This is my sales formula, and pivot table is also giving me the same formula. Now here I want to say that, okay, this sale, how much of it has come from the old employee, how much it has come from the new employees. So I drag this employee tab, I drag this over there, and in the row I want this. So the moment I wrote this, I got a answer that the new people have sold 23 lakhs and the old people have sold 8 lakhs. So that is how the difference I have got it. Now my next question is that, okay, so tell me that this sale has come in by which shop. So for example, if I take the shop over there and if I drop it on the column, so it is going to give me an shop wise what is the sale which has happened over there by by the shops. So I can very say that, okay, the 23 lakh which has come from the new people, okay, 10 lakhs out of them has come from grocery, 7 from healthcare, and 5 from lifestyle, and old has got the same thing. Now I say that, okay, how much of the sale are coming from the from the morning shift, and how much of the sale is coming from the evening shift. So I just take the thing, and because I want this particular thing on the row, so I, before employee type, I just hold it over there and say, and there I can see that the evening shift me is giving me 22 lakhs of sales, morning is shift me to 9 lakhs of sales, and that's why I. So this is how you can keep on making your pivot tables. So this is Acha. Then I want to really see that okay, so what is report filter? Now report filter, for example, I want to see that okay, shift wise. Now let me so this basically what is this report filter is. Now here it is showing me all the shifts. Now if I want to only analyze that okay, the people who are in the morning shift, I want to only talk about morning shift, so 9 lakh has been given. So what are the name of the people in the morning shift which has done that? So in the morning shift, okay, the people who have come in the new people, these are the name of the new people, these are the old people, and this is the shops they have worked, and this is what the total sale is. So this is how I actually keep on building my pivot tables, and whatever answers I need from my business, whatever things what I want to know from the database, what I have, I can be answered to that particular thing. Now this is very important. I want really the questions from you so that we can understand much better the things.
I think
Questions?
Srihari has a question.
Who?
Srihari.
Srihari, please, sir. Please.
Srihari, you can unmute and ask.
Hi, Raju. When we have so many number of columns in the base data, while doing the pivot, selecting one by one is taking a lot of time. Is there any other way to select all the columns at a time while designing the pivot table?
So as I was saying, so how you select is you go to the first cell. So this is the first cell of my thing, and you actually hold the shift, and then arrow key, or
No. I'm not. Sorry. My question is not here in the pivot table design. See, in this, if you say you have data from column A to column M, that is some 10, 12 columns. But sometimes I used to deal with more than 50, 60 columns data. And while designing the pivot, in the pivot table, I have to input fields one by one. See, for example, here, monthly sales you put in values. Here, I have to put more than 30, 40 columns many times.
No. So that is what is a one-time job that you have to keep on creating. So you can keep on. So here. So for example, you can keep on adding. So you just have to keep
correct.
on.
No, that adding only sometimes is taking a hell lot of time, because more than 50, 60 columns like that I am having in my data what I am handling with.
That you have to keep on selecting.
And during some meeting or discussion, somebody suddenly asks some data, just to pull the pivot and pull all the required columns itself is taking some time.
Whatever is there in your head, it is not to Excel. So you have to download your thoughts to Excel. So this is how the interface is today.
Okay.
Which field you want, that Excel doesn't know, na? You have to select.
No. What I'm asking, is there any option that I can select all the columns at a time? Like select all something like.
No. So it is very clearly saying choose the fields to add to the report. Select all nahi hai isme. So there is no select all.
That is what. Is there any other short way or something?
No.
Is what I'm.
In this version, it is all select all. No. Select all is not there.
Okay. I think it is a challenge to Microsoft. They have to develop it.
No, I think what is important for us to really deliberate that how we can utilize this pivot table for our business purpose. That is most important.
Correct.
Any other questions on pivot? Blessy, any questions? Because you have to get into this pivot very quickly.
Yes, sir. One question is, now you have created a pivot, say for sum of monthly sales.
Yes.
Right. below that, can I create another pivot?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so that is how, that will kind of answer the previous participant's query
Ah,
probably, to say that, if I want to look at multiple data,
ah,
then,
I can have a different data from this.
हाँ, कि
Ah,
अगर
so
मुझे
ah,
पर डे सेल्स या ऐसा
हाँ
कुछ
पर
देखना
हाँ
है,
कुछ भी करो.
हाँ, we just have to get into the,
हाँ,
into those cells and kind of look at a different table.
absolutely, absolutely. Brilliant, sir. Brilliant. I am really
Hmm.
happy. Brilliant.
Yeah, I was just studying
No,
it
no,
and then I
no.
realized.
दिमाग का बत्ती खुल रहा है ना हमारा.
Yes, yes, sir.
That is what we have to enjoy our life.
And it's very interesting. I mean, the more you experiment, the more options you
Absolutely,
have.
absolutely. We are always there to help you out in all your experimentation. You have to just tell your problems, and we have to work on our solutions. Right.
I,
So,
yes,
yeah,
sir. You may
yeah. Tell me.
proceed.
No, no, no. It's okay. Tell me.
That's all. That's, you may proceed with to the
Thank
next.
you. I think this is the next very important, that why I need the pivot. Now, this is where you all have to listen to me very passionately, because we all know, okay, how important is pivot, but where the pivot is used, that is what you have to really focus now, because today where I see 2020, the whole corona, the whole retail industry, I mean, I'm really happy that all this pressure has come to our life, because now we will grow the maximum, because now we will grow the maximum, because if you are coming over here and learning, and that is where you can actually make a lot of growth by learning, and this is what I call it the pivot. So the output of pivot table is actually used in model. Are you all okay with model? Have you been working on models in your work, or reports on your work?
No, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
I
we are working.
yeah, I think some of the people are definitely working, and some of the people are please look at this, because the output of pivot we are heavily using on the models. Now, what is models? Now, first and foremost thing is, this kind of reports are there. For example, this is where we have seen product performance of A, B, C, D, E, F. So we have got 6 products. So for example, for 1 second, you have got 6 type of shops over here in your thing, and for the month of sales, in the month of sale for September. Okay, so we have sold 2,500 units, and we have sold some 36 lakh 90,000, and averaging of average ticket size was 1476, and we have made a loss of 19,800. Now, where the supplier can provide me 4,500 units, but I didn't have enough footfall at my shop, and that's why I could not sell 2,500. Is that scenario, I mean, relate to all of us? Is that scenario which is relating to all of us? Are you being able to relate what I'm saying? Any comments? Any comments? Okay. I think this is what the talk of the town. Let's really understand what I am talking to. So first and foremost thing, the biggest problem I have seen in my life is that when I create a report, because I am more focusing on the numbers, I am not reluctant. I am little reluctant on spellings. Is that correct? So first and foremost thing, that when I am focusing on numbers and the creativity of my output, I should really make responsible Excel to check my spellings. And for that, what I have to do is I have to go to A1 and select the whole sheet. So by virtue of that, the whole sheet is selected. I go to the review, and I go to the ABC spelling, and I click the spelling. And Excel is smart enough to tell me that which spelling I have made it wrong. So it is saying profitable spelling, what you have written is wrong. Please correct it or ignore it. So I say that, okay, change all. So what it is does is that it is change the spelling of my profitability. Now I have said that he says that I have also seen performance. Performance, you have wrong spelling. Please correct it. And it is suggesting performance or performances. So I say that performances. So performances or performance is my choice. I whatever I choose and I say change all, it is going to change all my performances. So this is when it has checked all the spellings of my worksheet, it is saying that spelling check is complete for the selected sheet. Is it good, bad? You must always do this particular thing so that you can be absolutely clear that the spelling what I have used is correct. Now second, the problem is that this is the report what I have submitted to my management. I said in the month of September I have for the product A, B, C, D, E, F, I have got sold 2500 units. Total sale is 26 lakh 90,000, and I have made a loss of 19,800, and which is 0.54% of my sale. Now, any management is not happy about it. Yes or no? So we are at loss now. And how can we be profitable? That is what we are trying to look at it. And for that purpose, we use this Excel what if models. Correct? Now the
Yes,
first
Rajiv.
point, yeah, first point is that this is not giving me much details. So I need to really drill down key why this loss has happened, why this loss has happened. And when I really look at the more deeper thing, I click the group one, which is I have grouped it earlier, and look at it that way. I see that okay, the sale was 36 lakhs and the margin was 4,74,000, which is 12.84% of the sale, which is good. I have earned 4,47,000 by selling, but my salaries were 3,96,000, and my establishment cost was 1,25,000. Total cost was 4,95,000. For that, that's why I have lost 19,800. Now, is it telling you some more story? So I have got this information from a database. So I have gone to my various departments. I've collected this data, and that's why I could give the management that why we are in loss. So why we are in loss? And again, management is saying now we have understood that our expenses are very high. Okay, so that's why we are in loss. So either our margins are low or our sales are low, or our costs are a little high, and that's why we are in loss. Can we look at it how can we increase the sales, or how can we increase the margins, or how can we reduce the cost? And that's how we can be absolutely profitable. Now as I was saying to you that we are working on 6 products, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now you have a query that okay, is my all the 6 products are making losses, or one of them is making losses, or one of them are making profit? So for that I have again collected data, and this is the data what I have collected. Now when I look at this particular data, now if you see the sales, now this is the corresponding sales of various product what I have got. So if you see 22% of the sales are coming from product A, B is selling 11%, C is selling 16%, 14%, 17%, 22. So that is what it is giving me. Now if I see that which is my highest selling product, my highest selling product is your F, and it is still giving me a loss of 4,000. Now when I look at the profits, so who is the highest selling giving profit to me? So I see B is my highest selling profit. Apart from B, A is making little profits, which is are very low profit, but rest every product is giving me loss. Now, this insight is very, very important for the management to take actions. Now, what kind of actions they will take? They want to really understand that deeper down, that if can we understand a deeper understanding of this? And when I look at the margins, I see that product A is earning 12% margin, product B is 20%, and product C is 9%, 7%, 15%, 15%. Now, after having 15% of margin, you are at loss. Means something where the problem is. Where is the problem? And then I see the cost structures. Now cost, I have seen that, okay, 10%. Normally in the retail, we are only mostly focusing on the sales. Yes or no? Here I see that my salary cost is 10% of the sales. So normally it is as a percentage of sale. And establishment cost, I say that number of units what I sold, okay, into 50 rupees is my establishment cost. So this is where I see that the cost structure for this particular F and E and all, for example, all the products which are in loss, they are having a higher cost structure as compared to the margin what we are selling. And that is what is making me a loss. And this is what is completely disturbing, and I have to really see it. And when I look at it, the possible supply by thing, because this is a trend before corona, maybe I am having a trend now. If I see that if before corona, if I would have sold these things, okay, am I be profitable or not? Now if I see, yes, even if I sell the same thing what is maximum supplied by the supplier, I am still at loss. So something is actually inside my business model which is not helping me to make profit. Now I go back to my old actual sales and see that what are the kind of difference we can make in our business model so that we can be profitable, because the aim of our management is to make us profitable. And that's where we use what if formulas or what if models, which are very useful, which is coming from where, which is coming from your database, which is coming from majorly from filters. And then you can actually make these kind of models which is going to help you to take decisions. Now what I can do, how can I make it profitable? Now I have seen that this particular supplier, okay, so which is my highest making profit. So for example, supplier can give me 300 and I'm already selling 280. So if I can push, I can maximum push to 300. So if I make it 300, what happens? Yes, my sales, my profit drops, my loss drops. Now here again, I say that, okay, this is my profitable product. Okay, if can I push to 300? Yes, it also drops my little, but it is only making me little kind of thing. Now I see that which is the loss making thing. Now this is, if you see the 50 unit what you have sold and which is given you 5 lakhs of revenue in sales terms, and it has actually given you 17,500 loss. Now can I reduce, if I reduce to zero? Now, if I don't sell this particular thing to zero, okay, then I am in break even. So this is what is I want to introduce you to break even. Now here a lot of things you have to really think. Profitability is not all for us. We have to work on our strategy, and that's where the whole purpose of any store, have to be understood by the management and the owners and the senior management. And based on that, when we as a team help them to understand the what if analysis, that is going to make them take right decision which is good for the perpetuity of the store. And for example, they said, no, I cannot stop this particular thing. At least, okay, I can reduce to 10. So they said that, okay, I can reduce my sale from 50 to 10, but I have to, because this is an one product which I cannot vacate the market. So this is a bigger story for the owner to understand the market share and all those kind of things. So they might take a decision. So how I can be profitable? So let's say that, okay, how can we profitable? So can I talk to this B supplier and increase the supplies to 400 and focus on this thing to 400? The moment I do to 400, I am profitable. So this is what I want to explain to you, that what is the what if model and how we can really help our management to improve the performance of our business. Is that any questions on that? Please raise your hand. Jishnu, is any hand there?
No, Rajiv.
Is it all understandable, or people are confused? because this is very, very important for all of us to understand that this is where one of the very important help what we can do to ourselves, to our management, to our shops, to our colleagues. And I mean, this can be utilized for our own household. So for example, when I am getting a salary, I am spending into various buckets. Now I can take the thing that, okay, this spending I am doing, maybe I am not getting the benefit, can I curtail it? So all those decisions I can take, and I can make my life much easier for me to really become happy. Any questions?
No questions, Raju.
Thank you.
It's good.
Thank you. I want all of you, because here I have tried to done the formatting, so you can see that I have used the formatting, the coloring, and all those kind of things. So it has definitely made little beautiful to my sheets. I have used the grouping over here. So whatever we have learned, so we have grouped that whole thing, so that you understand that how and well we can use the grouping kind of thing. So we have used the formula writing and all those kind of things, so that we can make our things much better and improve. So next thing, I want to really go into the what if data. Now, what is what if data? Now, somebody yesterday I have asked, what is COUNTIF? Now, COUNTIF is a function. So here I have said the formula for counting. The problem statement is that I have got all these people who are attending in my shop, and I want to really see the people who have come less than 18 days, less than 20 days in a month. So what is the count of people? So for example, if I see what is the total count of people, I can see that there are 20 people. Out of that, how many of them has come less than 20 days? So for that, I have written a formula over here. So this is how the COUNTIF formula goes. So I will just show you. So it is saying the range. So in what is the range of data where I want to check, and then what is the criteria? So I want to say that who are the people who are greater than 20. So when I look at this particular, greater than 20, so I can get it that the people who are greater than 20 are 16 people. Then when I check that people, so this is the a whole list of people I have sorted out, and I see that 16 people are really who are actually greater than 20 who have attended the shop. So this is what is the utility of COUNTIF, which was done yesterday. Now coming to the Excel what if data. Now here again I was saying that you have to have questions. So here we are trying to calculate the incentive amount. Now everybody, most of the people who are in the detail, they are given incentive on sales, but along with the sales there is some more criteria, so that the people ensure that they are productive because they are making sincere efforts. Now here the management decided 3 criteria. First, the employee has to attend more than 20 days. That is the first function or the criteria what they have defined. And second is the employee sale has to be more than average. Now for that, we have understood what is the average. So here we have found that 1,58,356 rupees is the average sales. So anybody who is getting incentive has to have the more than average sales for the month. That's the second criteria. And third criteria is incentive rate for the lifestyle and grocery and the home care. So if somebody is working on the shop floor of lifestyle, because we know lifestyle selling is the most toughest, and then grocery they have fixed 1%, because the bulk of the sales are happening from grocery. And obviously if you are selling something home care, you are entitled to a 2% margin. So there is a different buckets for different people who are selling in different shops. So these are the 3 criteria, and we have a challenge that we have to find the incentive amount for all the 3 things. Is this particular problem relating to your life? Any suggestion or comments? Okay. Okay, I think we have a little limited time, so let me just go ahead and explain this thing to you. So the first thing is that I have yesterday night worked on this whole thing, and I have said that okay, so what are the criteria what we have found? Okay, found is that okay, if the employee is attending more than 20 days, I say that attendance should be yes or no. Second, I have says that if the average, if they are more than average sales, yes or no. I have to, get that. And I have to say that, okay, if they are working on a lifestyle, they should have the 5% incentive rate. If in the grocery, 1%, and if they're in the home, they should be having the 2%. So this is a thing. And then I have said that if these are the criteria, what they have said, that what is a sale, okay, which is to be, taken for calculating the incentive, and then I have tried to do the incentive. Now here one problem I want to really see, that when I looking at my last day's work, I'm not being able to understand the left hand side. I don't know which person, which shop, and all those kind of things I am not being able to validate. Now first is that how can I do that? Now in Excel, we have one command which is called freeze panes. Now how do that? We have to go to view. And in the view, you can see there is a freeze panes. Now, when you do the freeze panes, and you can just click on the freeze panes at that particular point. So what will happen is, even if I go over there and see the problem, the left right cells will not move, or the upper things will not move. So my upper and the lower things get static, so that I can have a much more visibility, because there's a humongous sheet, and this will help me to really get a better view of my working. So this is what I wanted to also say, because this is very important when we are working in the Excel sheet. Now here I want to say that how I have written this formula. Now I have written this, so let's understand what is the formula to arrive at that, whether this person has, so let me just copy paste this thing over there, so that we can see when we are, what we are doing and what we are not doing. So here the first problem what we are seeing over here is that the employee has to attend more than 20 days, and if it is yes, say yes, if no, say no. So here we have written a if formula. Now, what is this if formula? Formula is telling me that, okay, so it is a logical formula, and it is telling me that if the D8, what is D8? D8 is the days present. It is the attendance. If it is greater than 20, say value if true, means if it is D8 is the days present is more than 12, say true, yes, it is okay. And if it is false, say no. So this is the formula I have written, and this is the meaning of it. And because this guy Anil has attended 18 days, so it is telling me that by applying the if formula, it is no. So the comment for this particular thing is to say no. Second, what I have written a formula is to really sell that. The second question was for the employee who have done more than average. So here I have actually calculated the average. So my G5 cell has given the average, and this is again I have written a F formula. Now what is this F formula? It is saying if the G8, which is the average sale, is greater than G5. So my if G, so G column, this is G8, this is sales is greater than the average sale, press yes. If it is not, then say no. When I click that yes, okay, so obviously it is lesser than my average sale, which is 1,58,000, 1 lakh. So it is saying no, he has not sold more than average. So this is not no. So, and then when I'm saying incentive rate, when I have again written an if formula. Now this if formula says that two things. In the first two formula we have written yes and no, but in the third formula we have got three options. One is lifestyle, grocery, and home care. So here we had to write nested if, yani ki two times we have to use the if formula to get the results. Now what is this? This is saying me first logical test is that if it is F8 is nothing but the lifestyle, the shop where the person is working. If it is 8, then the formula says it is that you can give him an incentive of 5% because he is working on the lifestyle category. Now, if the shop is if it is true 5%, if it is false, then if it is grocery, put it 1%, and otherwise if it is home care. So there are 3 options. So in the second level, when it is grocery, if it is there, put it 1%, and otherwise if it is home, it will be 2%. So this is where I have seen that whenever it is home, it is giving 2%, and if it is in the grocery, it is 1%. So this particular formula also written, and based on that I have again retained a problem. So now I say that which are the people who are entitled to get their incentive on the sales. So there again I have written an formula, if formula, but here I have used another arrangement which is called AND. So here, because it is the two things what have to emit. So attendance and the sale have to emit. So I say that and you. So here if you see, it is saying that if your attendance is yes and if your sales is yes, then only you should be getting the particular sales amount for the thing. Otherwise you will not. So here you can see that wherever there is we can use the this filter formula. So I want to use this, show you the filter formula over here. And by using the filter formula, I can show you that, okay, wherever the attendance is yes, and your sales is yes, in the both cases the sales number is coming. And if the attendance is if the sales is no, so there the no sales is coming. So that is what it at this particular formula is working for me, and it is a perfect formula. And when I have got this, it is very easy for me to calculate the sales, which is nothing but the formula, which is I have got this. I have got the incentive rate for the applicable to this person, and the sale amount is given, and that's why the incentive calculation has become very easy for me, which is coming to 39,000. And this is the, I think, one very important thing where we can use the what if formulas and get this calculation done. And we can use the if formulas for doing complicated calculations in very faster time. And because every time these formulas will not change, but we will just replace the data, and this formula remains same thing, and we can no time, okay, give the desired result to the management. Any questions? Jishnu, any questions? Yeah, Blessy.
Yes, I think truly amazing in the way that you have explained, and I didn't know it was possible that we could do it in such a logical manner. But what my takeaway from this session, I mean, this particular session, is to put down the logic like you have in the first, how to calculate the incentive and what is the first logic, second logic. Uh, uh, um, I'm going to apply this right away.
Great. I think that, I mean, that is really amazing thing, that if all of us can improve our performance of productivity, and we can, the whole idea is that that retail segment today, we are owning the ownership to really make the growth. Because if retail segment is progressing, then only the economy will really boost up. The onus on our shoulders is humongous. Everybody in the retail segment have to be absolutely on the top of the mind. And you being in the HR, you carry a humongous responsibility to use empathy, to really understand people and to really guide them to the right efforts. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I think this is, I mean both these sheets are so important for all of us to really understand, because what I have seen, youngsters are focusing on features. What is ye kaise shortcut hoga but I think today we have to look at the bigger picture of our lives. What actually impacts? I mean, whether we are making profit or loss, whether the people will stay in the business or not, that depends. And that is what the critical thing, what we can serve the humanity, because our purpose of life is to serve humanity, because we would like to get the smiles on the face of our customers. Okay, my last session for the day, okay, is a visual charts. So I will just show through the visual charts that this is possible. So I have all the employees, the number of days. So when you read this number, it's difficult. But absolutely, when you look at this particular chart, it becomes so easy for you to really make out that what has happened. So who are the people who are top ranker, who are not? So you can visually the things are much better. So this is what I want to show. Then, for example, sale again. So first one was a bar graph. Second one was a sale. So who are the people who have sold high and low? So when we are releasing our reports, so if we, instead of just giving some data over there, if we can represent it as a graphical form, that is going to humongously add value to our thing. And same things, for example, incentive. Here we have made a pie graph, and all the people who are there as a team members. Okay, if we can just understand how much amount they have got it, that is going to be human. So this is one of the very important features of Excel, and it's very simple. So how I create it, I just go to the insert, and whatever desired. For example, the first thing is that I select this particular thing, and I go to the go to the, say for example, so for example, bar graph, and I choose this particular bar graph, and when I choose this, so this is what actually comes out. I will just take it over there, and so this is how it comes out, and that's how it's a very simple thing. When you practice that, so this is comes to the insert, and in the insert column, so you can have all this options, columns, line, pie, okay, bar, area. So these are the various options you have, and once you get into this particular graph, so you can have a lot of design options, layout options, format options. So all these things are possible, and this is just like your creativity can unleash to the best of your possibilities. So this is what I want to say. And here in the last thing, we have a little practice session. So here I will actually forward this practice session to all of you. So I will give it to Jishnu, and Jishnu will forward to all your respective organizations, and you will get it from there. And so this is an one practice session. So I have made it out blank. So I wanted that what should be the amount over there. I have tried to define sales by days present. So you have to just multiply, divide sales into, so you will get the per day sales. So how you should get the price per unit. So there is a unit sold over there, there's a price, there's a sales value, you have to get the unit. So I have given the incentive rates, what is the incentive amounts, and how to total this, something very simple things. But I think this will help you to get what exactly we have done. And along with this practice session, what we'll have is also the answer given. Now answers are all given, but unfortunately you will not be able to see all this thing. You just cannot come, because I have given a password. Now the last thing I want to just say how I did it. So there is a one protect command in the sheet. So if I go to this particular sheet. Now, if I right click it, there is a protect sheet. So by virtue of this protect sheet, you can protect that. If you want to give to somebody, and if you don't want to tamper on your any working, just to view the thing, you can actually just do a protection. So if I just go over there, protect, click it over there, and if I say that I click all the possibilities which are there, okay. So if I say that, okay, here they will not be able to do anything, and I put some password. So ABC, I put it, and I say click over there. So if I say ABC over there, and I say it, okay, nobody can touch my worksheet. if they want to really, and this is very important for all of us, because we get absolutely, when we send some sheets to people, and they do some punching over there, and all my working, everything gets haywire, and I don't want, I want him to see the thing, I don't want him to edit here, I want to do anything. So in that case, this is a very, very useful thing. And if I have to unprotect this, I have to just say ABC was my password, and if I say okay to that, and I can do anything. So I can delete these things, and my graph can change. So if I keep on deleting it, my graph will change, everything will change. And if I want to protect it, I have to use my protect command. Okay, this is what I all have to do today. Hope that this is going to be an absolutely brilliant session for you people to implement it. Your comments, please.
This today's session is very informative and interactive, especially even though we are using Excel for a long time, intricate points which we don't even think that we can use like this has been brought out by you. Thanks for your session, Rajiv.
Thank you very much. I mean, we are so delighted that if we could create a value for all of us today. Anybody else would like to have any questions or any kind of thing what we can? So I want, yeah, Blessy, tell me.
Sorry, sir. I learned a lot. Very, very insightful, I would say. I mean, some of the things we do learn in Excel, but we tend to forget, we do not use. And again, it was very, very interesting. Some of the things which you have touched upon in terms of like even the, data filtering, data sorting, uh, uh, the what if analysis that you helped us with. And I didn't realize that, the if, I always was very scared of the if formula. When I saw, it getting into a loop, this with regards to the logic. But today you made it so simple, and I said, okay, let me try it. In my, I always used to say nahi hoga mujhse, but a very interesting way of putting the logic and then working it in a very, very systematic and step by step manner. So very insightful, sir.
Yeah. So one thing I want to discuss. So we have designed this program for 2 hours. And one of the flip side, what was discussed yesterday, that it is too long. And I want to take your comments that if we are looking for subsequent session, what should be the ideal time period we should do for it?
I think let's take a view from the other members also. What did they feel? How was it going?
Yeah. Any other view, please? Ayushi, if you can share something. So also, Blessy, if you can just say that what next we should really look forward to.
While most of it has been connected and addressed, Rajiv, what I would really look forward to is probably how to make that analysis. While we have created all these data sheets, and we've been able to look at the data and create various formulas. My next step would be how to look at the analysis of it. Now, suppose I get a DSR report and I'm looking at like, okay, I know it's difficult in terms of like, because it's very, very uh, person specific or maybe role specific. And that's why I'm hesitating when I'm even proposing this is in terms of how to make the analysis. But uh, when we are looking at charts, like how does that data, how to interpret the data, basically in terms of interpretation. is what I would look at for a next step.
So we have
I'm
touched base on that, on touch base when we were discussing the module. I think
yes.
the biggest thing what you have to really work on, what are your various people's KPI? Because
Your
one way
voice is
only,
breaking, sir.
yeah. So one way to really build your organization productive is to really look at your KPIs, what the management wants to
Yes.
get out of them, and I think HR has to really play a pivotal role. You have to communicate with the management that what they want. Are they looking for sales? Are they looking for higher margins? Are they looking for higher profits? Are they looking for higher attraction, number of customers? Because every organization has their different kind of goals, purpose.
Exactly.
And once you understand the purpose, and then at the HR, you actually build the KPIs, what I have to focus in. And then based on that, you build your structures and build your efficiency metrics dashboards. That is going to really unleash the whole value of any organization. And that is a continuous process. You just
Yes.
can't do it in one day.
Exactly.
That's a
For
continuous process.
yes, yes. Immediately, I think for us, the first step as a group, as a collective group, is to go back and implement all the learnings that we have,
Yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes, yes.
and see where we are getting stuck. What is it that we have not understood? So probably it would require about 10 to 15 days of extensively going back, using it in our day-to-day working, and then coming back with a feedback, probably in 10 or 12 days, saying that this is where I got stuck. This is probably something that I need more in-depth understanding of.
Because in
Because
15 days, the retail is going to be bombarded. I don't know. I mean, because of
yes,
Dussehra and Diwali and all.
exactly.
I mean, whether in next 15, 20 days, you will have any time to even think of anything else. But I think next 5, 7, 10 days, if you really practice and
Yes.
utilize these features in your day-to-day work, that is going to humongously help you in your festival time.
Yes, yes. I think it's come at a very good time just before our festival days, and to plan to see how we reorganize things. Uh, let's come back to you with what are the needs that will come back. But
Yeah.
it's a good session, sir.
I think Vishnu, Jishnu.
Yes, Rajiv.
Yeah, I think we are all over. Please conclude the session with your message.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this session. Uh, I'm sure this has been a good learning experience for all of you. Do let us know your feedback. We do want to have many more such sessions to help you guys. So please let us know how we can improve. What are the areas where we can improve? What are the areas where we did well? That will help us a lot. And thank you once again for joining us. And I really hope you would be able to take a lot of things away from these two sessions and implement in your day-to-day work. And I hope you get, I hope you benefit from it. Thank you once again. Thank you so much, Rajiv.
So Vishnu, about the certificate and the.
Right. So all of the participants will be receiving. All of the participants who attended both the sessions will be receiving certificates. We will also be sending the Excel sheet that Rajiv just talked about, the practice sheet, where you can practice. Both of this we will be sending to your employers, and they will be sending it to you. That it will happen this week itself, before the end of this week.
Yeah, I think it was
Thank
a
you, Jishnu.
very good session, and thank you all, and all the very best.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Thanks, Raju.
Thank you.
So okay,
Thank
we
you.
sign off. Yeah.